All right, so today we're going to talk about some of the hidden gems on the old bourbon shelf that you can find in stores. Don't sleep on these. They're all pretty great.
Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we're going to talk about some hidden gems on the shelf.
Yeah, so I was walking through the store the other day and somebody asked me, it's like, man, like I got a whole lot of this and a whole lot of that. What would be some good choices? And as I was talking to him, like, well, have you tried this? No. Have you tried this? No. And some of these are going to be crafts. Some of these are going to be like big boy distilleries.
Yeah.
And so, if you're a little worried about trying something with craft, because we've all kind of been burned before on certain brands. Yep. Not all brands, but certain ones. I feel confident in saying that the brands that we'll have here today with all of them are all excellent. All really great brands. Produce great stuff. So, hey everybody, really quick, I want to talk to you all about a new channel sponsor that we have. This is a brand called Yigo. They make wine coolers, beer coolers, or whatever else. And today we're going to be talking about their 21-inch 47-bottle wine cooler. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you all right now, this thing is super nice. Like, beyond like anything I had expectations for. This thing holds 47 bottles of wine, and it is sleek. It is clean looking. It is awesome. And the best part is, this can be freestanding. I have this currently downstairs in a little corner and just chilling. Or it's actually set up to where you can set it underneath like a countertop, or if you want to set it outside for anything that's covered. It can really fit and be used anywhere you want it to be. Also, one of my favorite things about this right now is this thing is currently running right now during the ad, and it's so quiet. It's like I used to have one of these, and the reason why we got rid of it is because it was just so incredibly loud. This thing has been running whenever we shoot our normal content or whatever else, and this thing, you can't hear it at all. It's awesome. Yigo's 21-inch wide 47-bottle fridge has 6 shelves and then has a bottom basket. These 6 shelves, I'm just telling you all, it's true quality. It slides in and out, no problem, doesn't get stuck. The wine cooler also has a 2-layered tempered glass door. This glass is also designed to minimize the effect of UV rays on your wine bottles to help them last longer and to protect them. The dimensions of the wine fridge is 21.2 inches wide with 21 inches deep and 32 inches high. The temperature range is between 38 degrees Fahrenheit and 65 degrees Fahrenheit. This wine fridge has a really easy to use touchpad control where you have the lights, has this awesome, amazing blue LED in it, and then also the easy controls of going up and down in temperature. Again, we just want to thank Yigo for sponsoring today's video. This is honestly a great fridge. This can really serve a whole lot of occasions for either Father's Day, birthday presents, anniversary gifts, promotion gifts. This is a truly great fridge. It would be great to any addition for a kitchen, for an outdoor setting, for a man cave, whatever you can think of. It really fits everywhere with this nice, clean, slick look. If you're looking to get one, go ahead and drop down to our description below, follow our link. And again, we appreciate Yigo for sponsoring our video today. Anyways, put in the comments below what you guys think are some really nice hidden gems out there in the bourbon market, sitting on the shelves. I get not all these are going to sit everywhere. I get everybody's market's a little different. Yeah. I understand that totally. But for us here, these are what we have available. So please put what you have available in your house market.
Hit the like, subscribe, turn on the notifications. Do your part so that we can do our part. I don't even know what that means, but it felt good.
I was going to ask you the same thing. What does that even mean?
I'm not sure. We'll see.
All right. We'll have some pairs coming up to lead with. So first pair, we're going to do the old Still Austin. It's just their basic bourbon and rye. It is, if I can ever get the bourbon straight. These have been really awesome that we've been able to try these this year. It's still awesome to send these to us. We did do a review of them already. Have really just loved them. I didn't think, to be honest with you guys, I didn't think Texas whiskey could produce something like this. And I was pleasantly surprised. Their whole.
Sorry.
You know what's even worse? He just sneezed over a whole bunch of bottles over there that I'm looking at that I have to like shoot B-roll over, so I have to handle.
It was in my shoulder. I went. It's the way it goes sometimes.
Anyways, pleasantly surprised with Still Austin. Honestly, guys, if you're sleeping on them, you need to stop. These things have been utterly great. I haven't tried anything bad from them. All of their bottle and bond, like LEs that they've done, their standard bourbon, standard ryes, their cask strengths have all been excellent. Have really, really loved them. I even appreciate the art that they do for them.
Yep.
Would love to make it down there sometime.
That's
really a long haul for us.
It is a long haul, but I mean,
it would be cool
if they made it a barrel pick or something. We could probably
here we go
make something happen.
Always gotta be selling something.
I'm buying. Like that's
true.
Or actually, I'm probably selling myself. Us as Bourbon Kingdom.
All right.
So
I'll let you have this one because this is your brand.
I mean, if you know anything about us, you know our love for Redwood Empire, California. This is all I know of California now is that they make really good whiskey, bourbons and ryes, burr ryes, whatever you want to say. They do a really good job between their limited edition stuff and their standard everyday stuff. If you find it sitting on a shelf, you do yourself a favor and buy it because I think it's worth it. It's good juice. And it just, again, cool bottle, sitting on your shelf. This, Still Austin, all that. They just do really good stuff with their bottles and junk like that. And I just think it's what they're doing up there is just a kind of a hidden. Maybe California people know about them more than people out here.
Maybe,
but this is one to have on your shelf.
We talk a lot about their cask strength and like their everyday offerings.
Yeah,
we just don't talk enough about their bottle and bond.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna put the bourbon. And we're getting ready to do a bottle and bond video where we talk about our favorite bottle and bonds. And we go through and trial them. We're going to put it in there.
Yeah, we are.
I think it's going to do fairly well.
Yeah.
We just don't ever talk enough about them. But man, they're good.
Yeah, they are good.
All right. Now, some people might be like, what do you mean? Everybody talks about 13th Colony. A lot of people talk about 13th Colony. I think a lot of people talk a lot about 13th Colony in their limited edition stuff. I think their basic kind of like everyday stuff though doesn't get the appreciation that they should.
Yeah.
I think their rye and their bourbon are both excellent.
I agree with that. We did a review of these.
We did. Did we like the bourbon or the rye more?
I think you liked the bourbon more and I liked the rye more.
Yeah,
I think
I think we were polar opposites on what we liked. But again though, these are just now starting to hit our market a little bit. Yeah. Mostly like Kroger, a couple of like boutique kind of liquor stores, like Just House Bourbon, they carry them. Guys, just at the end of the day, man, these are really good.
Really good.
These are excellent. And I think for basic stuff, they're like, what, $40, $50 too? They're cheap.
Yes.
They're not that expensive. So at the end of the day, totally get them. The only complaint I have is the shape of this bottle is difficult for a bourbon shelf.
It is.
It goes back to the whole...
And their cork is a little suspect.
It ain't suspect. It's just, it takes a wrench to open it.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all of our little pairs. So I'm going to go through, grab another one of your favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Hard Truth. Now, this one's actually the caramel malt. This is the one that some people will debate with you if it's their standard mash bill, like with the rye, that's the best, or this one's the best. I think it just kind of depends on the mood that you're in.
I've had this one. I kind of want to...
I think you have tried it.
Ooh, that smells good.
It is
for sure.
Good. It is very good. Somebody left that in our room too, up in Pours in the Park.
Is that the one that left? I think I have tried that one.
Yep. Anyways, big fans of Hard Truth. A distillery you went to, I haven't went to yet.
Right.
I need to make a trip up there. I love what they're doing. I think they produce some of the best rye out on the market. And for whatever reason, it's like just not enough people. Whenever I get emails or direct messages sent to us about ryes, and there's a whole lot of like different brands on there, I never hear anything about Hard Truth.
Yep.
And it's like, guys, like, I'm not saying you have to start with Hard Truth, but it needs to be in a part of that equation.
It needs to be in that equation for sure. Yeah.
So. All right, next one, and I would have never have put
I wouldn't
any of
have.
this
I wouldn't
stuff
have either.
until maybe 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to talk about New Riff. I'm not going to talk about their single barrels. I'm not going to talk about like their standard stuff. I'm going to talk about their, I guess it would be like limited edition stuff, or they're not, whatever you would call that, because this stuff sits on shelves around here.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, once it's gone, but it will sit for a long period of time. This thing is awesome. This is the 6-year malted rye. This is sherry finish. They also have produced some bottle and bonds that I thought have been really good. Some older age bottle and bond.
Yeah.
They have a couple of, they had like a Christmas finish one that I tried or something, and I thought it was also really great. I think what they're doing with some of those one-offs are really, really good. I have not had the single barrels and some of their small batches or whatever that I thought blew me away. But some of these one-offs that New Riffs have been producing, I think they're actually really good.
Yeah.
And I think it's just maybe some of their stuff's just coming of age.
You could be right on that.
And I think that helps them out a lot. So just, you know, as always, you just got to give them time.
I think that they also do a good job of appealing to kind of the average drinker. Like,
Sure.
And appealing to them in a way, like you could go do a barrel pick if you were just Joe Schmo off the
That's
thing.
true.
If you're willing to buy a quarter of a barrel,
Yeah.
you could go do a barrel pick with them.
Yeah, that's true.
Just to do whatever. Like, hey, happy birthday, Zach. We did a half a barrel pick, you know, whatever. And so I think there's some of the appeal with that for them as well.
Yeah. New Riff does a good job about being available for people. So I understand that. All right, next one. The old small batch, Four Roses. Four Roses small batch.
Yeah.
Everybody literally rants and raves about the small batch select. I am not a big fan of it. It just comes down to a nose thing with me. I just don't love it.
It's understandable.
And it's just not my profile. It's the only Four Roses I don't like. The 80 proof, to the barrel strengths, to the LEs, to this small batch, I think are excellent.
Yeah. I
really do enjoy all of them. I just don't like the small batch select. But this one, I never hear anybody talk about it except for us.
Yeah. It's just, again, one of the solid things that Four Roses doesn't get enough credit for.
Agreed.
I feel like Four Roses is like, I don't know what they did in their history to become this redhead stepchild of major distilleries, but I feel like they are kind of the redhead stepchild.
I think it comes down to they don't have a crazy line of LEs.
Yeah.
So they really only have, like, you know, their one limited edition and then their barrel strengths.
Yeah.
And
that is true.
I think when it comes to new bourbon drinkers, I think the high rye mash bill turns people off.
Yeah.
So I think you kind of have to be a little bit more mature in your journey to want that. You know, the same thing with ryes. Like, you don't want ryes when you first start out on the bourbon journey.
Yeah,
so,
that is true.
You know,
I get that.
I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I get that.
But what people should learn is once you go through all of that, step it up and go to Four Roses.
Yeah.
You love it. All right, next one. Evan Williams, 1783. Again, this is honestly one I've forgotten about for a while. And what's crazy is I thought this was my original bottle, and then I found my empty bottle. I forgot all about I've bought 2 of these. That's how much I've really enjoyed it. Overall, just an Evan Williams. Like, you think of like the Evan Williams Bottle and Bond.
Yep.
You think of the Evan Williams like 12-year. If you know, then the 23-year.
Yeah.
But not a lot of people think of the 1783.
I got a bottle of this for helping my brother do an electrical job for a guy that worked for Heaven Hill.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
And I was like, I mean, I guess I'll take that. And I opened it, and I was like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah.
Why are we sleeping on old Evan Williams 1783? Solid through and through. I really enjoy this. So, again, if you're looking for a shelfer, this isn't that expensive. It's a good one to have. And
Agreed.
people will be surprised at how good it is.
Yeah, totally agree. Wouldn't be a list without an Old Forester product.
Without Old Forester.
So this is the Old Forester Bottle and Bond. Again, this will be on a future little list that we're going to do, future video that we're going to do talking about our favorite bottle and bonds. I honestly, here's what's crazy. Whenever I was going through looking at bottle and bonds for big brands, they're just not, like, outside of a couple, not a lot of brands have them. Like big boy brands. Like, I'm talking like Wild Turkey, Four Roses, stuff like that. Like, they don't have anything. And then Oak Forester, you have this, and then the allocated one,
Yeah.
the 117.
Yeah.
But it's super solid. It's
Yeah.
such an easy drinker. You kind of forget how, like, it gets like kind of forgotten in that lineup of Whiskey Row. But once you get to 1920, or once you get past 1920, 1910, I think this is the best one.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you'd say 1924 now, but that's kind of in a weird spot of being allocated.
Yeah.
For right now.
I don't think anybody puts that in the Whiskey Row lineup, really.
Yeah, right now.
Even though it is the same color, I mean,
Label,
the same label,
series,
all that
I
stuff.
get all that.
I think everybody's like, you all can tell us that that's Whiskey Row, but that's not Whiskey Row.
Yeah.
That's kind of what
true.
that's kind of
Until
what
it's
they say.
sitting on shelves.
Yeah.
On a more regular basis.
For sure.
This is really great. Don't sleep on this one.
Really good.
All right. Next one. Sticking with the old Brown Foreman.
Good Brown Foreman.
So with Woodford, I've kind of like over the years kind of stopped drinking a lot of Woodford.
Yeah.
But this one, when we started the channel, I started buying a couple random things here and there. This is one of them I bought. This thing is really good. Again, this is a second bottle I bought. So I was looking at how many I bought. I had another empty one of these just laying around. The second bottle I bought. This is really sweet, and I am surprised on how good this is, because this is totally just off profile for Woodford, in my opinion. Kind of Brown Foreman too.
Yeah.
With how sweet and fruity and colorful that profile of it is.
Yeah, I enjoy this. This is like outside of anything allocated, which honestly, most of their allocated has become a little bit suspect.
Yeah.
They're double oak, and then this are the two that I really like to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're double oak, not
Double
double
oak,
double.
yeah.
The
I
double
agree.
oak and this are the two that are my go-tos for Woodford.
Yeah. All right, last one. This is the Smoke Wagon small batch. Small batch. Yep. Again, what's really funny is I bought this, had never had one. I bought it because I was like, oh, it's in this clear glass.
I'm telling
Still
you,
a big fan of the clear glass.
Aaron, this is the
This
way
is
to
where
go.
it's at. I, again, never had it. It was super cheap at the time. I think I got it was like maybe like 40, 50 bucks.
Yeah.
And I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
I think I was drinking on this at one point in time. I poured myself one whenever I was having a cigar, and I did it again, and I had like a cigar. It was like really hot outside, and then I had one in the fall that had a little bit of a nip in the air.
Mhm.
Man, it just paired perfectly with it.
Yeah.
I was just really happy with it, and it's a really, really good quality stuff.
Smoke Wagon in general, if you see it sitting there, there's only like one of them that I'm not the biggest fan of, and we don't have to talk about what I'm not the biggest fan of. But the small batch, the uncut, unfiltered, all those, I think they're just good stuff.
Agreed.
And it makes it even better when they're in the clear bottle.
Yep. So, put in the comments below if we missed something. What would be a good hidden gem for you guys that you guys see on your all shelves locally? And hit that like, subscribe, notifications button.
And until the next time,
We'll see you.
we'll see you.